Hello, how's everyone doing? It's Neil here in the FM Dugout, back with episode 4 of the San Marino Dream Team. So, Jerome Boateng is the selected central defender. So, I was choosing between Boateng, Mats Hummels, and Thiago Silva, and I've gone with Boateng because I think he probably is the best all-round defender. He's an incredible athlete and he can play in a lot of positions, so it gives the San Marino manager plenty of choice as to where to play him. So, Boateng has been added in the hope that he will be able to tighten up the defence and in the hope that he won't retire because he was 24 when the game started. However, as you'll see, he's retired in 2017 just like Messi. So, why is this happening? The only thing I can think of is it's the end of the World Cup qualifying campaign and they didn't qualify, so maybe they just realised that this country isn't going to do it and they can't be bothered anymore, or they think they're going to be too old for the next one. But to be honest, Boateng would be 33 by the next World Cup, and I think that's an alright age for a central defender if they could qualify. So it'll be interesting to see what happens once we start to get to the sort of 6 or 7 player mark, once 50% or more of our team is made up out of the elite players. Maybe we start winning more games. We'll see what happens there. So Boateng has 24 appearances in 3 years, no goals, and from the schedule I could see that there were no clean sheets. So on face value it doesn't look like he's done a lot, but we'll take a look at the results in a bit and see whether or not we've managed to reduce the amount we're getting beaten by, because certainly that would show that Boateng is added to it. So that's how Boateng's done. Let's take a quick look at the nation as a whole. So our world ranking is 132 now, which is our best ranking yet. Last time round with Ronaldo, I think it was 163. Previously was 144. So apart from the blip with Ronaldo, it seems to be going generally in the right direction. And I think with another player, it should come down into the low 120s, maybe the high 1-teens, and we'll see how that goes. Top players, Neuer's the only one left, so just like before, Messi and Ronaldo have also retired, and we'll see when they've actually retired and how they've got on in a minute. Now, one thing I haven't commented on in the other episodes is the manager. So Pierangelo Manzaroli is the manager, and he has been in all 4 episodes, and he's always been in charge come the end of it. Now, I'm guessing that's because there's not much of a national expectation, so his job's pretty much secure, and if he can get any wins, then he'll be like a god, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get to 11 players, and if we still haven't won the World Cup, I'm going to seriously consider getting rid of Pierangelo at the start and putting in a top-class manager. And if we still don't win, we're going to keep adding more players, and we're going to keep going and keep going and keep going until we can do it, or until the point where it's just obvious that San Marino cannot win the World Cup because there's some kind of predetermined code in the game that denies it the ability to do that. So we'll see how it goes, but it's going to be really interesting to see if we can actually get to that stage. So for now, Pierangelo, your job's safe, but we're watching you. We're watching you. So let's go and take a look at some of the other players. So we'll take a look at Messi first. So Messi this time has 9 goals and 27 appearances. So that's 1 in 3. So that's pretty good. I mean, Ronaldo had about 1 in 2 in the last episode, and I was saying that was excellent. So, it's pretty comparable. Not bad at all. When did he? So he retired exactly the same day as Jerome Boateng. So you can see there's definitely something going on there. Let's take a look at Ronaldo. Did he retire again in 2015? Yes. So Ronaldo once again retires a year into the simulation. Despite the fact he still goes on and wins lots of achievements and so on in his career. So how did he do this time? He scored... No. Is that... Yeah, so he scored 1 goal in 12 games. That's much, much poorer than before. Wonder why that was. Interesting. I mean, he's played the games. It's not like he's been injured or suspended or anything. Just hasn't produced the goods this time. So, not much point in looking at Neuer. We know there's no clean sheets, so let's take a look at our fixtures and see how we got on. So, one of the things I've realised here is competitive games are kept in terms of the summary and the side, so we can actually see how the team got on, who performed. Certainly, yeah, in the later ones it keeps the ratings, but in the earlier fixtures it at least gives us a summary of who scored the goals. So, in our first year we had a 3-0 England defeat. Sorry, 4-0 England defeat. James Milner scoring right at the end, so it would have been 3-0. Slovenia won 3-0, pretty comfortable, but 2 penalties. It's pretty poor. 2-1, that would have been 2-0, late goal. That was against 10 men. Switzerland. Right, okay. We had 10 men for half an hour. Did we lose all the goals? No, we didn't. We were 3-0 down before the red card, and then we lost 3 goals after the red card. So 3-0 away to Switzerland is not too bad at all. Let's go into the next one. Oh, that went twice. Why did I do that? 4-3 win against Estonia. That looks like a great game. Messi double and 2 of our homegrown players scoring. Then a series of losses. But if you look at them, they're pretty narrow losses. I mean, a 2-0 loss in England is not bad at all. The Slovenia game was pretty close. Wow. Messi didn't score, but one of our homegrown players did. That would have been disappointing, that game against Lithuania. That's very disappointing against Estonia. And then this one really stood out. Absolutely fantastic. There was Cristiano Ronaldo's 1 goal, and it came from the penalty spot. So this result here really must give us some hope. 4 players added. The rest of the team, really quite dire when you look at the quality of them. To come away with a 3-2 win against Switzerland, and it was 3-1. I think that's a fantastic result. I mean, Switzerland must be top 15, 13th in the world, right? And we got a 3-2 win against them. I think that's fantastic. So I'm hoping another 1 or 2 players, and we might see a few more fixtures like this. We've beaten Estonia, we've beaten Lithuania, we've beaten Slovenia before. We haven't beaten England yet. We've now beaten Switzerland, so I'm thinking maybe another 1 or 2. We might start to see, some more, because we had 9 points in this group, and I think we were third bottom, and I think that's fantastic that we managed to do that. So we'll see. Let's take a look at the rest of the fixtures, and then I'll make a call on who we can add in next year. So where were we? 2016. Yeah, so this is another trend. Once Ronaldo retires, we start losing heavily. Now, I don't know why this is, because Ronaldo's not playing in defence, but we just start losing. We don't score goals as often. We're conceding a lot more. Same trend in 2017. Albeit, a couple of narrow losses here or there, a couple of heavy ones. But I mean, Holland, Romania, and was it Sweden in our group? 3 big teams. Romania aren't quite as big. Where are they now? 60, 70. They're not really that big at all now. But Holland 6th, and Sweden, what were their ranking? 23rd. That's actually quite surprising. That's quite low. So yeah, it always seems to go worse off in the World Cup qualifying group. Finished bottom, conceding 31 goals. So, it'll be interesting to see whether we can retain Ronaldo with adding more players. We'll see what happens there. But certainly, looking at the way these fixtures go, like let's take a look at the Albania game, right? That was quite close. Neuer didn't have a great game. You can see Boateng was 7.5, Messi 8.6. It does seem to be at the back still, but I really want to get a strong central midfielder, a ball-winning midfielder type. Probably about 22, 23 to see if we can stop them from retiring. Because I don't want to see that as a trend. I want to see players still be active on the international front at the end of the simulation. So over to you guys. Looking for your suggestions here. Again, there's a couple of players I've got in mind. but it'll be a couple of days probably from when I put this video on to doing the next simulation. So if there's anyone that you think should be in or that you want to see get a shot in the San Marino squad, let me know in the comments section and I'll see if I can put them in if I haven't simulated by that point. So that's where we are at the moment. Let's take a quick look at the winners of the World Cup as we do. So Spain won it in 2018. And what about the European Championships? Wow, England. So I really didn't expect to see England there. That's quite a surprise. So we were actually in the same qualifying group as England and managed to get 9 points. Not too bad at all. So, as ever, if you like this video or you like the series, make sure you hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button because I'm going to be sticking around with this for quite a while. And I will see you in the next one.